Hey everyone, Globetrotter Chris here. It's been a little while since I did my last video, and this particular one is going to be about my next trip. So at the time I'm making this video, it's April 9th, and come April 26th of this month, I will be flying to Moscow, Russia. So, I know some of you folks out there are probably wondering about what it takes to get to Russia and how you can enter the country as a visitor. So this video is geared towards giving you some information as to how to do that. So, to begin, the process itself, and myself included, I can say that it was, at the beginning, very, very daunting. Or so it seemed very daunting. So, to begin, the visa acquirement process, what you have to do is you have to receive a letter of invitation. And the way to do that is several ways. And the way that I did it was I actually went to the website of the Soul Kitchen Hostel in St. Petersburg, and I requested what they call an invitation letter. And that costs about $25, $30. I filled out the information. I will be including their link where I post this video. I sent the request. Within 24 to 48 hours, I had the invitation letter in email sent to me. Okay. So, as I was waiting for that, I went to my local, we call CVS market here, and I had pictures taken. They require that you send 2 photos with all of your visa documents. So, I live in Chicago. Now, Chicago does not have a Russian consulate or Russian embassy in our city. So in order for me to be able to have someone process the visa request for me, I had to physically send my little passport to the company that I chose, along with the photos and the application itself. Now, to begin this, I had to choose which company I was going to use to process the visa application. And I found this company. It's kind of hard to see, but it's called VisaExpress.net. Visa, V-I-S-A, Express, E-X-P-R-E-S-S.net. Again, VisaExpress.net. What I did was I established an account. I put down which visa I was requesting, which is obviously a tourist visa in my case. They also do business visas as well. And once I put the request through for a tourist visa, I filled in all the information on the application. Now, number one, you cannot print the application and then fill it out by hand. You have got to fill it out on their site. Also, you have to be very thorough. Make sure that everything is checked and checked again before you submit the application. The questions that stand out in my mind that they asked were, the biggest one was, which countries have I visited within the last 5 to 10 years? And because I'm sending my passport, and as many of you know, I've been to several countries within that time frame, I was sure to include all of the countries that I visited as well as the dates that I visited them. Now, I will confess some of the dates were not exactly accurate, and I still got the visa in the end, so obviously that little part doesn't have to be 100%, but I would definitely include any country that you've been to that registers or at least has a stamp in your passport. Okay? Now, once I filled out the application online and I printed it, checked everything, I then gathered all of the documents. Remember, you have to have the invitation from what I had, which was the hostel that provided that to me. I had the account established with the company. I then filled out the application, printed it, have my 2 passport photos, and my passport itself. Now, you will have to understand that I was very, very nervous about sending my passport because this is the only one. I don't have a backup passport. And one suggestion that I will offer that I did not do was I would have sent it overnight, either UPS, USPS, or FedEx. But I would have shipped it overnight. Yes, it costs more, but, unquote, you get what you pay for. So, I sent it to them, and with a little bit of nail-biting time frame, they received my physical passport, the application, the invitation letter, my photos. Beautiful. Now, on their website, you can always log in and check to see the status of your particular request. So once they receive the documents, you'll see it as processing. Okay? It took about a week to a week and a half because I chose the longest length of time because it was the cheapest length of time. However, the overall application for the acquiring the visa to go to Russia is not cheap. It's approximately $300 to $350. So the visa was approved. I then had the company that I sent my passport, my physical passport to, they sent it back to me. Now, when you're filling out the application and you're establishing your account with them online, they specifically ask you how you want it shipped back to you. And the way I did was through FedEx next day. And that's the only real option that they give you. And it's about $30. So, if you live in an apartment or a condo or a big building where packages go missing, you may want to try to send it to an alternate place, or maybe send it to a relative's house or a friend's house, just to make sure that someone's there. I'm grateful that I was here when it was being delivered. Okay, so I want to just go ahead and flip to the page that they put the actual visa on, just to give you a little bit of a view as to what it looks like. Let me find it. Here we go. And so this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see, but as you can see, my photo's there. It's the visa. I filled it out for the time frame. Now, one thing that I did do was I extended it by like 2 days, just in case for some unknown reason something happens, I'm covered for the days that I would be there. But in my case, I'm flying out April 26th, and I'm flying back May 8th. Okay? Other than that, just want to go ahead and review just a couple key points that I would like to share from my personal experience. VisaExpress.net was fantastic. Their customer service is wonderful. You can call them, ask any questions. They have the answers. Brilliant. Number 2, I would not skimp out, or be cheap in my case, on how this physical passport gets sent to VisaExpress.net, because it's very, very important that they get it right away, because nobody wants a lost passport, right? And the other thing that I would suggest is you can look at other companies that present or provide this type of service, but this is the experience that I had with VisaExpress.net, and it was a positive one. So, that's it for this video. It's kind of a long one, but it's a very, very big topic. Oh, one other thing I wanted to point out. I would suggest that anyone wanting to go to Russia, please understand that the visa process is a little much to deal with, but if you take it step by step by step, it will come through, okay? So contact me if you have any additional questions or any comments, and thanks for tuning in. Until again later, this is Globetrotter Chris and Chris at Globetrotter Chris, okay? And visit my website and stay tuned for the results of my Russia trip. Bye.